Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Better software design with domain modeling, following Eric Norman's principles. This tutorial explores the principles of domain modeling as advocated by Eric Norman, focusing on how it can lead to better software design. We'll cover the concepts, benefits, practical application, and address potential challenges. Code examples will be provided using Python, though the principles are language agnostic. What is domain modeling? At its core, domain modeling is the art of representing the domain, the subject area your software is dealing with, in a structured and understandable way. It involves identifying the key concepts, their attributes, relationships, and the operations that can be performed on them. The goal is to create a model that accurately reflects the real-world problem you're trying to solve and that serves as a central source of truth for your software. Why domain modeling is crucial for better software design *** improved communication *** A well-defined domain model acts as a common language between developers, domain experts, and stakeholders. Everyone has a shared understanding of the concepts involved. This reduces miscommunication and rework. ** Reduced complexity ** By explicitly defining the domain concepts and their relationships, you break down a complex problem into smaller, more manageable parts. This makes the code base easier to understand, maintain, and extend. Increased maintainability ** Changes to the domain are more easily reflected in the code because the code is closely tied to the domain model. This makes it easier to adapt to evolving requirements. Improved testability ** With a clear domain model, you can write more focused and effective tests that target the specific behaviors of the domain concepts. Reduced cognitive load ** Developers spend less time figuring out what the code should be doing and more time implementing the how. The domain model provides a mental framework for understanding the system. Foundation for strategic design ** Domain modeling provides a basis for identifying bounded contexts, subdomains, which is a crucial principle in domain-driven design, DDD. Eric Norman's principles for domain modeling ** Eric Norman emphasizes several key principles in his approach to domain modeling. 1. Focus on the core domain ** Prioritize modeling the essential concepts and behaviors of your domain. Don't get bogged down in implementation details early on. 2. Use ubiquitous language ** Develop a consistent and precise language that is shared by all members of the team and the domain experts. This language should be used in the code, documentation, and communication. 3. Model behavior, not just data ** The domain model should include both the data, attributes, and the behaviors, operations, that are relevant to the domain concepts. This leads to richer and more expressive models. 4. Represent domain logic explicitly ** Avoid scattering domain logic throughout the application. Encapsulate the logic within the domain model where it belongs. 5. Embrace immutability. Where possible, immutable data structures make it easier to reason about the system and prevent accidental modification of state. Immutability significantly simplifies reasoning in a concurrent environment. 6. Value-oriented design * Focus on representing values, immutable data with inherent meaning, rather than just primitives. This enhances type safety and clarifies intent. Practical application, modeling an e-commerce domain, simplified. Let's walk through a simplified example of modeling an e-commerce domain, applying the principles above. 1. Identifying the core domain concepts ***. Product, represents an item for sale. Category, organizes products. Customer, represents a buyer. Order, represents a customer's purchase. Order item, a specific item within an order. Asterisk shipping address, where the order is shipped. Asterisk payment method, how the customer pays. 2. Defining ubiquitous language asterisk asterisk. Let's establish some terms. Asterisk instead of just saying price, we'll use product price to clearly indicate it's the price of a product. Asterisk instead of just address, we'll use shipping address to clarify the purpose. Asterisk will consistently use order to refer to a completed purchase. 3. Building the domain model, Python example. Explanation and application of principles asterisk. Asterisk focus on core domain asterisk the code directly represents core e-commerce concepts. We haven't worried about things like database persistence or UI details yet. Asterisk ubiquitous language asterisk classes like product price and shipping address make the code self-documenting. Everyone knows what these things are and how they relate. Asterisk model behavior asterisk the order class has methods like add underscore item, remove underscore item, and calculate underscore total. The product has an adjust underscore price method. These are behaviors directly related to the domain concepts. The order item has a method calculate underscore item underscore total. These are behaviors directly related to the domain concepts. This keeps domain logic contained within the model. Asterisk represent domain logic explicitly asterisk the calculate underscore total method in the order class encapsulates the logic for calculating the order total. If the calculation logic changes, you only need to modify it in one place. Asterisk immutability, where possible product price and shipping address are defined using @data class, frozen equals true, making them immutable. This means their values cannot be changed after creation. This helps prevent accidental bugs. Consider making more of the classes immutable, if appropriate for your application's needs. Note that product and other classes are not immutable in this example to illustrate the concept of mutable state. Decide based on your application's requirements when to use immutability. Asterisk value-oriented design asterisk product price is a good example of value-oriented design. Instead of just using a primitive float or decimal for the price, we create a product price class that encapsulates both the amount and the currency. This makes the code more expressive and type-safe, preventing errors like accidentally adding prices in different currencies. The shipping address is another value object, representing a single concept, the address where the order should be sent. Advantages of this approach asterisk. Asterisk readability asterisk the code is easier to understand because it closely mirrors the real-world domain. Asterisk maintainability asterisk changes to the domain are localized to the domain model. For example, if the rules for calculating the order total change, you only need to update the calculate underscore total method in the order class. Asterisk testability asterisk you can easily write unit tests for the domain model to ensure that it behaves correctly. For example, you can write a test to verify that the calculate underscore total method returns the correct order total. Addressing potential challenges asterisk. Asterisk anemic domain model asterisk this is an anti-pattern where the domain model consists mostly of data and has very little behavior. This leads to domain logic being scattered throughout the application, making it harder to maintain. Avoid this. Focus on modeling behavior in your domain classes. Asterisk over-engineering asterisk don't try to model everything perfectly upfront. Start with the core concepts and add complexity as needed. Iterative refinement is key. Asterisk data mapping asterisk bridging the gap between the domain model and the data storage, example a database, can be challenging. Consider using an object relational mapper, ORM, or data transfer objects, DTOs, to help with this. The domain model should be independent of the persistence layer. Changing requirements. The domain model will need to evolve as the requirements of the application change. Be prepared to refactor the model as needed. A well-defined domain model makes it easier to adapt to changing requirements. Beyond the basics, domain-driven design, DDD. Domain modeling is a fundamental building block of domain-driven design, DDD. DDD takes domain modeling to the next level by introducing concepts such as bounded contexts, defining clear boundaries around different parts of the domain, each with its own model and language. This helps to manage complexity in large applications. Aggregates, grouping related entities and value objects into cohesive units with a single entry point, the aggregate root. This helps to enforce consistency and data integrity. Repositories, providing an abstraction layer for accessing and persisting domain objects. Domain services, encapsulating complex domain logic that doesn't naturally fit within an entity or value object. Conclusion. Domain modeling is an essential skill for any software developer. By focusing on the core domain concepts, using a ubiquitous language, and modeling behavior explicitly, you can create software that is easier to understand, maintain, and extend. By embracing Eric Norman's principles and exploring related concepts like domain-driven design, you can significantly improve the quality of your software and its alignment with the real-world problem it's trying to solve. Start small, iterate, and remember that the goal is to create a model that accurately reflects the domain and serves as a valuable tool for your development team.